Hey everybody, Bill 1911 here. Hey, we're back at the gun show today. We're going to try to go inside and look at some unique and wonderful things. We're going to have a really good time.
I think you answered that one. But...
All right, so we're here with Mario, and Mario asked a very good question about this Smith & Wesson M&P. This has a Picatinny rail on the top of it, so you can easily mount a scope to it. Okay, but the only issue I would have with this is that it has this standard sight post that sticks up, and that's going to be right in front of the scope. The optics are going to point right at the back of that. All right, so what I would suggest is that he does something like this that has a fold-down front sight and rear sight, and then he can put the scope on top of it, and he has the best of both worlds if he wants to take the scope back off.
Is this removable too?
Yes. Those
so
are
I can just put a scope?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But that might be a better option for you because you're not having to deal with the post sticking up in the front. Muzzle up. You're pointing right at the man. I have to do an analog. Finger off the trigger.
Nope, I'm off.
Okay, so does that answer your question about the...
Well, it does and it doesn't. Because with one of the... Because I don't own an AR-15 or anything similar to it, other than the BT-9. But would I guess my question is, should I put a red dot or a scope?
Well, that's a matter of personal preference.
Because
this thing has got really good accuracy. I mean, out to 500 yards, you can hit pretty much whatever you want to.
oh, okay. All right.
So a red dot is good for much shorter range because it doesn't really have any magnification to it.
So
I would probably go ahead and put a scope on it, but then again, I was a sniper, so I like to shoot things that are far away.
What type of scope? Well, we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
All right. And these are removable, so I can build on top of it with the scope that I want.
This screw comes out.
All
right. And this comes away a little bit and allows the sight to slip right off the top. You have to loosen the screw here and here. And you can remove those sights. It's not a difficult process. And you can put them back on again.
Okay.
The only thing is, when you take these off and you put them back in, you're going to have to resight the gun, fine tune. Yeah, you're going to have to fine tune the sights again.
Okay.
Every time you remove them and put them back on, they're not going to go on exactly where they were before.
Right.
Okay? Now, one of the things that's very good about this, the longer the distance between these two sights, the easier it is to be accurate with it when you're dealing with fixed sights. Okay, think about trigonometry. If your sights are very close together, a very slight movement here downrange is going to give you a tremendous amount of dispersion.
Okay.
A longer sight, if you move this a quarter of an inch, it's not near as far downrange. So the longer the distance between the front and the rear sight, the easier it is to be accurate with iron sights.
Without adding the sight, I can just use these two.
You can, right.
All right, cool, man.
I know a few things.
No, he's brilliant, man. He's teaching me so much.
I can tell just by looking at him.
Yeah, it's this that makes me look brilliant. It has a tenured respect.
Very wise.
Yeah, gray beard makes people think you're smart.
That's it. Just grow a beard, you know everything.
Not in your case.
It's like Samson and Delilah.
My wife
Samson
won't
had
let
his
me
hair
grow.
long. He was really strong, right?
Yeah.
So when I have my beard long, I'm really smart. So that's why I don't shave. I turn into an idiot. The other side of this is this isn't a bad starting point with a red dot either. Depending upon where you're shooting it at a shorter range.
I'm curious, can we shoot this at Foundry, whatever the range we went to?
I'm pretty sure I saw somebody else shooting one, yeah.
Okay, so what's the price on this one? And this is 5.56 and 2.23.
$9.99.
No, he's gonna do better for you.
This one will help you out. $9.49 for you.
$9.49.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's take a look around. Me too. Thank you. We'll be back.
Thank you very much.
I want that.
I don't want it.
You want it tight to the body.
No
so your
print.
pants are going under here, and your pants are on top of that claw, pressing it in.
I'm almost at a strip club.
So instead of it sticking out, tucks it in tight.
Okay.
How much?
They're 50 bucks, or we have a Kydex one as well if you want to try that one on. I mean, it is a preference. I'm a leather guy. He actually prefers the all Kydex.
No,
there's the Kydex one.
Nah, that's.
What's the price
What I
difference?
did with this one, I went on Amazon, I bought a pack. It's actually starting to fall off.
Is there
God,
a significant
this.
price difference or no?
No, they're 50 bucks. Yeah.
No, that feels good, man.
Hey,
There's no
look,
pressure.
there's a
Even
reason
if I-
why they
even
recommend.
If I tighten up my belt.
We're doing a YouTube channel, by the way.
Awesome.
Yeah, so if we have your permission, you'll be on
little bit
national
extra on the
TV,
top, so you're bending
global
over,
TV actually.
over that edge, and then
So,
dig in. Red dot. Your red dot.
Explain. Can you? What's your name?
Ross.
Ross. Nice to meet you. We're with AskBill1911.com. I have a card here. I'm going to give it to you. We hope you could like us and subscribe.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's your website?
Bucksholsters.com.
And this is up here.
I said, well, may I remove the screws on this?
Absolutely.
right.
The claw's a great feature to help it tuck tight, but it is removable.
what purpose does that serve?
So instead of the gun sticking out,
Right.
okay, and you looking like this,
Right.
your pants go under here, and your pants are on top of here, pushing it back into the body.
So it pulls it in tight.
It pulls it in tight so that handle's not sticking out
So
when you're
it's not
printing.
printing.
Yeah, it's really going to limit that printing for
Awesome.
sure.
I had an over back in the 70s. It was a 38 over 9.
I have one.
I hated it.
Yeah, because I mean it takes a bulldozer to pull the damn trigger
Yeah.
on it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. This is
Still
much
fun
nicer
to
to
shoot,
shoot.
though.
It's got a
It's fun.
trigger guard
I
on it.
shot it
It's
for the
much
first
safer
time
than the
with
old
him
style.
last week.
It's a good. Hey,
Here, Bill.
this is a flamethrower.
Oh, really?
Yes. That's your fuel. You would have a line from here to here. These are the electrodes that set it off. You squeeze the trigger, it pumps high pressure gas basically out through the tip. And when this thing sparks, it sets it off burning. It's a flamethrower. Here you go.
Is it good to kill rats and ants?
It burns your house down.
It will burn your house down in the process and probably kill all the two-legged rats in the house too.
Yes.
Okay, this guy actually shoots these bolts, these arrows. This is an arrow gun, an arrow rifle.
Can you hold it up for me?
Well, I don't want to do it without permission.
Can he hold that up for a second?
All right, well, we always ask permission before we do anything like that. Oh gosh, I can't bend over like this.
Bill, you
All right, as you just saw, always be careful about where you're pointing the muzzle of anything. I don't care what it is, be careful with it. Keep it pointed in a safe direction. Pointing it at somebody else is a really bad idea. Okay, so this arrow is hollow on the back. If you notice this tube on the front, the arrow slides right over the top of it and down into here. And compressed air, I'm assuming CO2, probably in here. Don't know for sure. Yeah, your CO2 cartridge screws right into here. Fits up inside this thing. You close the fore end on it. Now your CO2 cartridge is in there. And there you go. Pull back to cock it, and it's my understanding that these are now legal to hunt with, but I'm not certain, so don't quote me on that. But it's a neat gun. Shoots arrows. This is a waste of time in a gunfight.
Why is that?
Because if you come running at me with that thing, I'm going to shoot you about 6 times before you get anywhere near me.
But it's got spikes.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Real helpful when you're getting shot. Guns?
No, over here.
Just guessing? I actually have no idea. It looks like maybe a tennis ball or a Coke can launcher.
Is that good for like, what is that thing that they do on the water?
Potato shooter?
On the water, you know.
I don't have any idea.
That's how you send soda to your friends.
Yeah, who's way out in your boat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and if they don't catch it, it goes through the hull.
Yeah.
It sinks them. So, you know, that's cool. Yeah.
Like the regatta. the Memorial Day regatta.
Yeah, yeah.
What's this, Bill?
Don't know. I don't know.
Here's the box. The box has, oh, convert your pistol to a bullpup. That's what it is.
So what?
60-inch barrel. Oh, here it is up there, the sign. Oh, the video is telling us. Oh, it's the same thing you got, Bill.
Are you still interested in an M1 Garand?
Yes.
There's an M1 Garand right there.
Oh my God, it was
Okay.
right in front of me.
What type of gun is this?
Here's a 5.7. Oh. Look at the Thompson.
Now this is a very nice rifle, right? This is a table. It's called the table. I have one. It's a very interesting gun.
What?
Where's the guy? Oh, he's right there. We already asked permission. We can pick it up. All right, with this gun, kind of interesting. This pin, you push that pin out to the limit on this side. The back end pulls down. The bolt carrier, everything just slides right out the back for cleaning. It's that easy to clean this
But
thing.
how many
It's
rounds
just
and
one.
where do you? So right,
Magazine
right
goes
here.
right here.
Magazine
This
right there.
is the lock that holds the bolt back. Okay, so if you pull the bolt back and you push that in, okay, and you're gonna let go of the bolt to hold the bolt back.
Here's a
Did I just beep that? I think I did it.
What is the
about that?
purpose of this, though? Like, why?
Hey, we got a gun thief over here. What are we gonna do about it?
Your shoulder is here.
Right.
Your hand is here. The magazine is in between there. But other than that, this is a full 16-inch barrel. So this has as much barrel as the AR-15 and it's just as accurate.
Right.
But it's much better in close quarters. Okay, so
I see your
if
point.
you're,
So
if you're in a building, right, you're trying to clear the building.
Yes.
Where do you hold your gun? You hold it up here? No. You hold it right here. And you go by each doorway, you clear both sides of the doorway before you enter the room. Why don't you have it out in front of you? Because when you walk up to the doorway, the gun gets to the doorway before you do, and the bad guy just takes the damn gun away. So if you're in a building, trying to clear a building, don't hold the gun out in front of you. Keep it close. From here, if you come around the corner, you got him because he's right there.
Right.
So it's not like you're going to miss him.
Which is why this is designed this way.
It's much shorter, it's much harder to take it away from you. Remember, as you're holding the gun, it's going to be across your body, so there's not much of it's going to get to that doorway before you do.
Right.
So these Bullpup designs are excellent for urban type. I know I didn't do it that time. I didn't touch it.
Hey, look at this Thompson over here.
That's this?
Yeah. This Thompson fully automatic submachine gun, converted to semi-automatic.
I thought it was the same one.
Black tip M2AP round, not just a regular 30-06. How you doing, sir?
Doing good, you?
Got a YouTube channel?
Yes. Can I get you on it?
Write it down.
Yes.
Yeah,
What's your
Tactical Edge and Armor. We sell body armor.
What's your
All kinds of
website?
Body armor. TacticalEdgeandArmor.com.
It's www.
TacticalEdgeandArmor.com.
Perfect. Thank you.
Think your last from taking it?
Sure, what's the price? So it's like $40, $4 more. That's why I'm not buying it. And if I do, I'm going to negotiate it down. Today, I
got what I wanted.
I mean, you bought some things.
I should have negotiated.
It's too hard for
Hey, look, guys, this fits you. Having black and black. I like it. It doesn't bother me. I like to have my black.
Hey everybody, Bill 1911 here. Hey listen, if you're watching this video, if you're enjoying it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, okay? That's really important to us. And make sure you like us, and by all means, come to visit us at AskBill1911.com.
What do you think? What do you see here?
Oh, he was just explaining to me that he has ammunition for sale. This is a 100-round bag. He's got 7.62 by 39. He's got 223 over here.
Okay.
So he's got ammunition for sale. He's got it in boxes, 9mm. So he was just explaining that to me.
Okay. How much are the 9mm?
9mm, a box is going to be $15 a box. These are 100-round packs of 45 for $50. And then we've got 250-round packs of 7.62 for $125 and 250-round packs of 223 for $120.
Okay.
Hey everybody, Bill 1911 here. We're at the gun show today, and you know, I've been doing these videos for a while, and it came to my mind that I didn't really have a first aid trauma kit. So we're here with Jeremy from Sunshine Safety and First Aid, and we're going to take a look at some of these products and see what he's got to offer here. So Jeremy, tell us about what you have in this little kit here.
So right up front we have our rapid trauma kit for gunshot wounds and severe bleeds. It's set up like a military style IPAC. In the front you got your CAT Gen 7 tourniquet and trauma shears. Inside is an Israeli pressure bandage, 12 feet of compressed sterile gauze for wound packing, 2 vented chest seals for entry and exit wounds to any of the chest cavity, hemostatic gauze, which is a quick clotting agent to stop any bleeds. There's also a thermal blanket for shock, a pair of gloves, and an extra sterile gauze roll.
Okay, and can you explain to us, back in the old days, they didn't like to use tourniquets. Back when I was in law enforcement, they were kind of afraid of tourniquets. And it always seemed kind of silly to me. I'd rather have the guy stay alive and lose a limb than maybe, you know, keep the limb but lose the life because he bled to death. Didn't seem like a good idea. So can you tell us about these tourniquets and how they work?
Yeah, so that's pretty much the new school way of thinking is they're really for somebody that's about to lose their life from major blood loss, because if you apply a tourniquet to somebody, there's a good chance that everything below that is not going to be there. So it's really used for major situations, but it will stop a bleed on any exterior limb on your body. It doesn't matter how much it's bleeding. If you can put enough pressure on it, it will cut off the blood.
What about that kit right there?
So that is our wilderness kit, and it's more of your traditional first aid kit for things like camping, hiking, fishing, something you have in your car or job site, different bandages, medicine, survival gear. There's a content card that comes with all of them that gives the breakdown as well as where it's all located, which is a thing that a lot of first aid kit companies neglect, is that you buy this thing, it has over 100 items in it, and it's a first aid kit, you might not use it for 6 months, and then you're in an emergency situation, somebody's there, they need you, and you're trying to find something, you don't even remember if it's in there or not, and you end up dumping the whole thing out on the floor. This allows you to actually find what you're looking for when you need it.
That's fantastic.
And then we do sell them as a combination kit together because they do kind of complement each other, and it's always good to have your trauma stuff separated from everything else because that's your time sensitive things, you know. where people have not too much time. You don't want to have to go looking
I have
for
to
your
look for it.
tourniquet.
Yeah.
You want it to just be
Right there.
right there.
Yeah.
And then if anybody for buying them, you want to take it out of the wrapper and read through the instructions, read through the manual, see exactly how to use it,
Right.
and have it so it's quick to deploy.
Are any of the instructions for use on these online? Can they look online for how to use this?
So yeah, right now we're putting together a YouTube playlist that has instructions on all the different things. A lot of them have instructions on them. The tourniquet comes with instructions, the chest seal and the Israeli pressure bandage all have instructions on them, but there's a plethora of information online. We do suggest doing research on all the different components when you get it if you don't have medical training.
See, to me, that would be a good idea. I have a limited amount of first aid training, so I have been trained in some of it, but some of the techniques have improved over time. They're different, because I was in law enforcement a very long time ago. This was the same color as yours back then. So, yeah, that was a different world.
We do training, but right now we're working mostly with government agencies to do our training, so we're looking to, in the future, do them for the public as well. But right now our time's pretty much taken up with the wildlife management areas, the water management districts, and FHP, things like that, teaching them how to handle remote wilderness situations and stop the bleed forces as well.
Jeremy, I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
It was my pleasure to speak to you. I'm Bill 1911. We'll see you next time.
Buy it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I've decided I should probably have one of these kits with me. We're doing firearms videos. So if we go to the range and some kind of an accident happens, whether it's with our crew or someone else, we should have something on hand for this kind of situation. So I'm going to go ahead and buy one of these.
How much is it?
They retail for $120.
Well, I tell you what, it's well worth it. And some of this stuff is not cheap. Okay, the chest seal is not cheap. The treated gauze for to stop the bleed, the hemostatic gauze, that stuff's expensive. It doesn't come for free. So yeah, we're going to do one of these. All right. Hey everybody, Bill 1911 again. Hey, we found something that's really kind of cool here. This is an outfit called Arkham Munitions. And I want you to take a close look at the finish on this gun. It's unique, it's beautiful. That is something else, isn't it? What a pretty gun. And he's got another one right down here that has another finish.
Tell me about these type of finishes.
Well, I don't know much about them. What I do know is they're unique and they're very nice. And if you're interested in a gun like this, a finish like this, you'd come to see the guys at Arkham Munitions. Now they also do these holsters. So if you're looking for a nice attractive holster, they've got those as well. All right, that's Arkham Munitions. Okay, so we were just talking to the gentleman from Arkham Munitions, and this is a ceramic finish that can be put on any gun. So if you have a gun that you want to look like this, Arkham Munitions is the place to go. Red light
I'm going to
first.
say goodbye. I'm out of here.
All right, so you're taking off?
Yeah, thank you, Bill. And I had a great time.
Oh,
Again,
yeah, as usual.
every time I'm with you, I learn so much, and I really appreciate it. So, and I got things that I needed. I got a nice holster, leather, soft, comfortable. You've been able to pick it out without you, so thank you.
I'm glad it worked out.
All right,
Thanks,
appreciate
Mario.
it.
Thanks for
Bye.
coming. All right, take care now.
Yep.
Now that's a knife. It's nice.
What do you think?
What about it?
Worth it?
Oh, I don't know. It's hard to say because you end up when you buy one of those big kits like that, unless you have a lot of guns, you end up not using most of it.
Okay, that's
So I've got a lot of guns, so a kit like that works very well for me because I use it on so many different calibers and stuff. But it's one of those things. It's meant to sell to people who think it's cool. There's a lot of it. but mainly most of what I have and all that stuff, remember, it's all expendables. Everything in there wears out over time and needs to be replaced. So really you're just buying a box and a rod. Hey, Bill 1911 here. Hey, we're here at Leo Precision, and we're going to talk to these guys about what they do here. They do some fascinating stuff. They make these slides from scratch out of billet steel.
They shot it.
Okay,
Cool.
this one is titanium and it's so light. I mean, it's just like a feather.
I mean, they have the pin gun.
But this thing, that thing's heavy. So they cut their slides on a CNC machine.
It's a simulation of the real Glock.
And they can do machining that goes through the slide, okay, that other companies can't do. And it's because of the stock that they use. This type of steel lends itself to that. So in a minute, we're going to talk to them about the machining. All right, so we have Jay here. So Jay, tell us about your products. How do you make them?
Well, we CNC machine these out of 17-4 stainless steel.
And that's this one, right?
Yeah. In Fort Myers,
this big
Florida.
guy right here. All right. So you're out of Fort Myers, Florida.
We have Sean Shepard.
Sean,
I'm the owner of Leo Precision.
Oh, nice to meet you.
So
You don't mind being on YouTube,
No,
do you?
not at all.
Okay.
No. We're looking forward to it. We're trying to educate a lot of people out there. We make slides for Glock 17, Glock 19, and Glock 26, Gen 1 through 3. And we supply all the products. We're in the middle of launching our Glock 43, and then our SIG 365 and our SIG P320.
any plan to do a Glock 21?
We're going to do all of our 40 cal and all of our 10 millimeter stuff after we get all of our production. And if we got any capacity open, we'll go to all the oddball size stuff.
Okay, right, that makes sense. All right.
We only cut 17-4 steel or titanium.
Okay, all right.
We don't do any 416R. We don't believe in heat treating them after the fact, after they've been machined.
Okay.
Any machinist will tell you that once you start machining and you put the stresses in there,
Yeah.
and then you send it off into any kind of heat treat process, it's able to warp or bend or flex or whatever, so on.
Crack?
Or crack. Ours goes right from the CNC mill, right over to our passivate process, and then they get tumbled, go through our sandblaster, and right into our in-house service.
Okay, so you Cerakote these right there.
Oh yeah,
all right.
that allows us to do in-house Cerakoting allows us to do any of our colors. You'll see that the orange actually has a gold shimmer in it.
Oh, that's cool. It's really beautiful. Look at this. You've even milled out, so if you wanted to put a holographic sight on it, you take this plate out and you can put your holographic sight in that milled out area.
Yeah, this is the RMR cut. They're cut perfectly for the Hollison 507C or
Right.
Trigicon. Swamp Fox, all the other brands will fit that. We're one of the only slide manufacturers in the country that are coming through the breech area of the slide. Everyone else will stay away from here. When they broach this corner, they like to crack. Our designs won't do that because the material we're making it out of.
And it cools down the barrel.
Well, it's mostly for cosmetic looks and stuff, but it allows us to do a lot more cuts because of the quality of the material we're using.
Right.
All
May
of
I
our
ask you a question about this mill out for this site?
Yep.
Most of the time, on most of the guns, you require an adapter plate to go on there so that the sight fits flush.
Yes.
If that Holosun doesn't fit flush and you tighten those screws down, you'll crack it.
Yeah, our Hollisons, all of our sights are cut 14th thou deeper and allows the Hollison 507C to line up.
Fit right on the frame.
They fit right on, no adapter plate.
I was over here
A lot of
earlier.
people want to run the little thin plate for the seal, and we don't. You can or you don't have
You don't
to.
have to.
With that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Give it to a present for someone.
Our slides carry a lifetime warranty on the slide.
Oh, wow.
Glock doesn't even do that.
That's
And if you ever have a problem with our slide, you send it back, we send you a brand new one.
I have a Glock 21 and he has a Glock 21.
Yeah, we're trying to get there, but we're trying to get to our 43 market first.
Right.
And we got so many 40 concealed carry people wanting us to get to
Get
the
his card and
43.
information.
All right. We're going to do that. We're going to get you the card?
What's your website?
Card you get?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have his card.
I'm Sean Shepard with Leo Precision.
And what's your website?
It's LeoPrecisionIncorporated.com.
Perfect. Hold on, wait. Thank you.
Thanks again.
Yeah, appreciate the information.
Sure. Anytime.
Your beautiful products.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. We'll check you out. We'll give you some light.
Hey everybody, Bill 1911 here. Hey listen, if you're watching this video, if you're enjoying it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, okay? That's really important to us. And make sure you like us, and by all means, come to visit us at AskBill1911.com.
4-foot anaconda.
Oh, it's an anaconda.
500-pound anaconda.
That looked like a crocodile.
Well, the croc has legs.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you want a croc, wait a minute.
I had a 6'3" rattlesnake.
Hey Bill, is this a knife?
Eastern Diamondback.
Look at the spine on that one.
Is this a knife?
Look here.
Yeah, I would say this is a knife.
See who makes them like that.
Look at the quality on this knife. This is a gorgeous.
It's fancy giraffe bone, and that's what we do with our gauge. You see that one?
Look at that. Wow.
That's a 13.5 footer at 900 pounds.
Holy moly, dude.
And then wait a minute. This one needed a forklift to get to the processor.
Oh, that's too cool.
That is really cool.
Okay? That's what we use our stuff. We have giraffe bone, sandbar, they are
Or
sharp.
is this a knife?
I would say that's a knife.
That's a knife.
This is my survival gladius.
That's actually not a knife. In truth, it's actually a short sword.
It's exactly what it
Here,
is.
hold it for a second. Now that, what are you going to say about that?
Well, at first glance, it looks like a knife, but it's actually not. It's a Roman-style short sword, and it's gorgeous. I mean, this workmanship.
The 1,000 layer and the blood through are hammer, anvil, and die.
Oh, not kidding.
Not cut out with a CNC machine.
That's
like
fabulous.
you see here.
Yep.
I was done like it was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, this is all handmade Damascus steel.
Amazing.
It's just gorgeous.
Beautiful, it is. How much is a knife like that?
A blade like that, I use this show to promote my company. At the blade show, the sword is $950. I bring it here and sell it for $450.
Wow.
It is magnificent.
I'm going to show you the toughest ice on the planet.
Buffalo
There it is there.
Now, that's a knife. Now,
That is my Lamecos Jungle Blade. 1,200 layer super ladder, giraffe bone, and it's 5/16 stick. I started with a billet that was 3/8 of an inch.
Now this man is a master knife maker.
I can see that.
This is called a ladder pattern, all right?
That was called a super ladder.
All right, a super ladder, all right? And the way this is made is they take the billet and they cut notches in that billet. And then as they pound that billet down, it makes this pattern that kind of looks like the rungs of a ladder. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece of work. And if you look, the pommel also has that ladder pattern in it, and so does the front handguard. It's magnificent. These are really, really beautiful, beautiful knives. Okay, this is a feather pattern. Okay, it kind of looks like a feather if you look at it. It's just gorgeous.
Yes.
He's got several patterns here that are not real common. This is not a commonly used pattern.
Very uncommon pattern.
When you see this is very, very rare to see this. So these things, when I say they're magnificent, I'm not kidding. All right. Now this is PNC Custom Knives. All right.
Okay.
And they make some magnificent knives. Okay. If you get a chance to see these guys at a gun show, they are definitely worth just, if nothing else, looking at how beautiful these knives are. They're amazing.
All right.
This one is a hybrid 1,500 layer super ladder with a sand mine in between both billets of 1084 high carbon.
Is that a micarta handle?
It is micarta.
Cool.
You can see. And it's clay tempered all the way around.
Okay. Cool. Fantastic.
It's got all the bells and whistles.
Clay tempering, okay, gives you a very even hardness throughout the blade. It's really quite a good technique for making these things. I'll tell you what, this man is an artist.
I can see that.
He's not a knife maker, he's
Are
an
you sure I
artist.
can't put you on YouTube?
Is it all right if we put that on YouTube?
Absolutely.
Okay. One of our policies is we make sure that we never ever make anybody look foolish.
Right.
We see news media people do that
I don't
all
need
the
any
time.
help. I can look foolish all on my own.
You know, we see news people all the time. They'll go at somebody and they just go for the jugular vein, and I just hate that. It bothers the crap out of me.
Well,
when I
that's
see it.
that's what the media does with some stuff.
They do.
It just and they lie to the people that they're talking to. That they put up absolutely the opposite of what they told.
Yeah.
With me, what you see is what you get.
Well,
There's no
that's us.
mysterious guys in my shop. A lot of hard work. I'm a retired engineer, and this is what we've been doing for the last 30 years, and we take a lot of pride in it.
I'm an ex-cop, and I went into this YouTube business not knowing a darn thing about cameras or how to take pictures, how to edit it, and all that stuff.
We got almost 700 subscribers.
We've got 700. We've got more than 7.
Oh,
we have
go.
706.
It's all about what you want to do in life.
Yeah,
And how bad you want it.
That's true.
I'm a retired engineer.
Yes.
I never thought in a million years, 30 years, I said, you know what, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's not a lucrative business, but I love doing it.
But this is just magnificent.
And you know what, we bring it here, and it's all about the money. It's about the process of the craftsmanship. To me, the money goes to the guys that work for me. It's not about the profession. My dad is 91. He does all this worrying. Like, I didn't have them before and after, but believe me, they looked. This is some of my bearded axes.
Bearded axes are
with
gorgeous.
short handles, with ice scrapers and hammerback. That's out of Damasteel in Oslo. Those are my 2 Viking axes out of black walnut and D2 heads, scrimshot and engraved with Viking. There they are. There's the Ragnar axe.
Yep.
But these are not props. These are the real
Those are
deal.
axes, yeah. I throw
And,
tomahawks. So
The tomahawks I make, I
have one battle axe. If you're going to throw it, you got a 2-hand thrower. It's too heavy to throw with
Well,
one hand.
with the 2 hands with it, it's going to bring a lot of power around.
It's got a lot of power to it.
He built an edge weapon target and stand. It's on our YouTube video. You can see it. And it's pretty cool.
One of our earlier videos, the farther you go back, the worse the quality of the video is.
Right.
Because I was still learning how to do all this.
Right, I get it. It's a work in progress,
What do I know about cameras?
When I first started making knives, believe me, they looked nothing like
They
that.
didn't look like this.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
It was a good 5 to 10 years before I used to almost give them away. And I still sometimes give them away when I get guy back from the military, not doing great. To me, it is my honor to be able to give those guys once
We
in a
appreciate
while.
that. Like I said, I'm an ex-cop.
I do a lot for law enforcement. I sold a lot of SRT guys, a lot of guys.
He was former SRT SWAT sniper.
I make a whole line of knives that you don't see here. My nephew is a Navy SEAL, and
He said thanks for his service.
I will. And I make him knives, and those guys are really the acid test of your blade.
Yeah, if they can break it, they will.
That's right. Well, you know what? I make them to where you can try, but it ain't gonna happen with
I
mine.
carried a K-ball in my chest. Never had to use it.
Thank God, right?
Yeah. There were a lot of circumstances where there was no need for a sniper. So what would happen on those is I'd be the last guy in line on the dynamic entry team. And we'd go through the door. I had a shotgun at that point. So I went from the most accurate gun to the least.
Yeah, but one of the most effective.
And my position,
For close range.
Yes.
as soon as the breacher hit the door, the line goes in, I stop at the door. That's my hold point. And I'm right there at the door. I'm the last defense if that guy tries to come back out the door, the bad guy that we're trying to get. And we had one instance where the guy was standing behind the curtain. He come out, he was right there in my face. And I took that shotgun and I just leveled him, just smashed him in the
God
face.
bless you.
And down he went. And well, the guy was on top of me that fast. There was just nothing else to do.
Usually how it happens.
happened?
So I smacked him with that shotgun good and hard.
Are you a 1911 guy?
Oh, I certainly am. Bill 1911, that's me.
I am. I am.
I love
To
1911.
say the least.
Oh, we gotta go.
1911. I'm going to show you a picture of one of mine.
Can you bring it to your shop one day when we go?
I will.
Okay.
With Mastodon ivory.
I'm sorry?
That's an old Caspian slide and frame.
Oh, that's amazing.
But that's a better shot of it. But my favorite, I even had the cold pouches and everything, custom made. 1964 Colt Custom Shop Python. And it's in mint. But yeah.
I still have my original service revolver.
Oh yeah, it's perfect.
This is a World War II pilot style holster, but with a diamondback rattlesnake. This was done by Town and Country Leather.
Cool.
That is my favorite 1911. Right here.
Oh, that's gorgeous. That's really pretty. Is that an Essex frame?
No, it's such a cold frame.
That's a cold frame.
That's a cold frame. That's my little Kimber, dehorned. That's fossil walrus ivory.
But I don't go in the shop.
You have a beautiful collection of everything.
Oh, I've got stuff in here.
Amazing, dude. Nice to meet you, Peter.
Listen, you can't buy taste. Either you're born with it or you're out of luck.
So Bill, tell me about this taser.
You can smell the ozone off it.
Yeah, this one has got the grab bar. So if somebody touches anything on the side, it gets up there. It's the only one that has the grab bar. This is the strongest one I got right here.
Oh, that's a taser?
When they're bad. It's a flashlight when they're good.
Oh, right. Well, that's always a good thing.
How much is that?
That was 25.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's the great stick. Now, if you want something really small,
How much is that one right there?
This one's 25 also. But this is for the ladies. These girls that have a purse that's that big.
Yeah. And they want something small. They put in their clutch.
It's not gonna be nearly as strong as these two, but for the size, it's as strong as you're gonna get.
Right.
So it's
about 2/3 the strength of these guys.
So Mega Force is 20, right? That's $20.
Yep.
Yep. I bought one of these for my wife.
Okay, I'm gonna buy one right now.
Okay.
Hey, is this a 357?
Say again, I'm sorry.
Is this Taurus a 357?
Give me 1 second. 38 special.
Oh, how do you know? Where did you see that?
Under the barrel?
Oh, I see. 38 special.
All the barrels have to
Do
be
you have
marked.
any like that 357?
Not in that color, not with the laser grip, no sir.
Oh, it's got a laser grip too.
Yep.
Oh, I see it. No, what do you have in 357?
357, I believe, is maybe just the charter arms. Yep, just the pug.
That's 357?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Hey everybody, Bill 1911 here. Hey, we had a good time at the gun show today. We saw it, we talked to some really nice folks and learned some really nice things. So the next gun show is coming up May 28th, or 27th, 28th, and we'll see you there. Hey everybody, Bill 1911 here. Hey listen, if you're watching this video, if you're enjoying it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, okay? That's really important to us. And make sure you like us, and by all means, come to visit us at AskBill1911.com.